Hey everybody, Dr. Baker here. Um, FDA approval is about to come out. What does that even mean? And why does this mean nothing to us? First of all, the FDA has approved numerous different things that kill people. Aspartame, an excitotoxin, came out in 1983. There was record high levels of brain cancer in 1984, hasn't gone down since. Artificial colors linked to ADHD. Let's see, statin drugs, 14 times more likely to have a neuropathy, numbness, tingling in your hands, more likely to have dementia and Alzheimer's, yet all FDA approved. Oh, I feel so much more secure. Let me take you all the way back. I'm going to show you three different things, and I've only got a 5-minute total, so let's roll. COVID Truth, COVID with a zero.com is a great website for you to look at. Also, openvaers.com and then goproject180.com. A lot of great stuff you want to see. So, COVID Truth, what I want to show you is a video of this guy. He's a PhD in statistics talking about how they originally got the 94% efficacy. It don't work.
Anyway, BioNTech and Pfizer had 38,955 people receive 2 doses of the vaccine. They released
Speeding it
their
up a little
preliminary
bit.
results. Of those roughly 39,000 people, 94 were infected with COVID-19. Critically, though, of those 94 people, 85 were in the placebo condition and 9 were in the vaccine condition. In other words, you were far less likely to get infected if you got the actual vaccine than if you got the harmless saline injection. So where does 90% efficacy come from? It comes from comparing the number of people infected across the two groups. Of the 94 total infections, 85 were in the placebo condition, and so we take 85 and divide it by 94 and get 90.4%. That's the efficacy number they're reporting. For Moderna, it's the same story. Somewhere around 30,000 people received 2 doses of their vaccine, or 2 doses of the placebo, and of those, 95 were ultimately infected with COVID-19. 90 were in the placebo condition, and 5 were in the vaccine condition. 90 divided by 95 gets you 94.7%, which is the efficacy number reported. To be clear, this is absolutely the standard way to report efficacy in vaccine trials, and yet I find this very confusing because it just doesn't align with how I think about efficacy. When I hear 90% efficacy, I think that I'm only 10% likely to get infected once I get the vaccine, but that's actually not quite right. That 90% doesn't say anything about how likely you are to get infected after exposure. Instead, one way to look at it is to think about how many people of those who received the vaccine actually got infected. If we do that, we see that for the BioNTech and Pfizer vaccine, 9 out of about 19,477 people, or just 0.04%, were infected with COVID. We can compare that to the control group, where 85 out of 19,478 people were infected, or 0.43%. In other words, we can think that our likelihood of infection actually goes down by a full order of magnitude, from about 0.4% to 0.04%, and you get basically the same result for the Moderna vaccine. But even that conclusion isn't enough to match the intuition for effectiveness that I think we all want.
Here's the point with that. They make you think that if you get the shot, you're going to have a 90 or 94% chance of not getting sick or not getting COVID. That's not the truth at all. They skew the numbers, and they only took a small population of everybody in the study. And because of that small population, they're only looking at 85 people out of 40 some thousand, and to get these manipulated numbers. My question is, with these FDA approval, what other research have you guys seen come out? Anything? As far as I know, we're just in the midst of a phase 3 trial as humans. The other thing that they don't look at, again, Go Project 180. If you haven't seen it, go get it. It's goproject180.com. But the Department of Health and Human Services gave Harvard Medical School $1 million to track VAERS, which is the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System. And here's what they came up to the conclusion with. This is a peer-reviewed article that states that less than 1% of all adverse events from vaccines are actually even reported on VAERS. Okay. Well, this is openvaers.com. This is a quick way to look and see what's going on VAERS right now without going through all their stupid filters. You can see that 1.4 million adverse events have been reported because of this death shot to date. 13,608 deaths. Wow. Let's just say, instead of 1%, which is a peer-reviewed article looking at other vaccines, let's say that because it's the coronavirus vaccine, way more people report it because it's so much more in the news. Let's be generous and say that only 10%, let's say 10 times more than what they're saying the truth is, only 10% of all events are reported. You can do the math. 10 times 1.4 million would be the number of people that have had adverse events. So you take that plus the fact that it doesn't work and you can still get it. I'm wondering where we come up with this new approval.